But talk about check it out order. Y'all, please go check out that Truckin' Chub Z, man. The dude is, and especially when him and Shad get on there. Him and Shad got a chemistry, bro. It's almost like peaches and herb, bro. They got this thing going. Yeah.
Yo, it is 6:30 on the dot. What up, bruh?
What up?
What's going on with it, man? So, yeah, we got some interesting topics to talk about today. Some interesting topics to talk about today. We're going to get up into it, man. Oh, man. So, how your week went, bro?
Man, been a long week, man.
Tell me about it, bro. Tell me about it. Straight up, man. I'm glad I got Friday off, man. I don't work so hard. Been getting up 4 a.m, going into work, driving a truck. You know, you got to do your pre-trip and all that. You know how that works.
Yeah.
And so boss, man, was like, bruh, go ahead and take the day off, man. Take Friday off, have your 3-day weekend. What up? Cuban Kane in the building. What up, bro? Make sure you sharing the show. Make sure everybody on there. He said Shad might be on one today because of Twitter. I hope so. Hey, Cube, I hope that Shad bringing it today, brother. I hope so. I want bro to go ahead and screw it, man.
I'm a parody.
Nah, man, don't do that. Don't say that. Don't do that. Nah, man, we gotta give it to him today, bro. Cause I mean, like, the portal, we didn't do the portal first because we wanted to warm up everybody into the show. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't start off with the portal. So you know what I mean? But we're gonna work our way up into that because I got some things that I need to say, bro. Like, I got some things that I want to get off my chest live. I know y'all seen a couple of my videos and whatever have y'all, but man, look, you know, I'm gonna get it off today. We're gonna get it off today. But first, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start off with D. Haney. We're going to start off with Haney versus Garcia. Yes, sir. Shots fired. Yeah. All right. So, as we all know out there, ladies and gentlemen, Haney is taking on Ryan Garcia here in a couple of hours. It is going to be the main event on the Zone Network Boxing. Did I get that correct? The Zone Boxing Network,
yeah.
correct?
Oh,
okay. No. So they'll be taking on each other. This has been walking into it. It really seemed like a crazy fight because I know a lot of y'all been saying Ryan Garcia acting like he got a little nut loose. You know what I'm saying? He talk about this. He talk about that. Conspiracy theories. First he hit with that. Then he tried to go into being a preacher. Then now he want to be a rapper. Then he went back to trying to be a boxer. Then he wanted to be a content creator. Then he wanted to be this one. Then he wanted to be that one. But one thing that you do know about Ryan Garcia is that Ryan Garcia has speed and he has power. Okay, I have been paying attention and doing my homework on this young man. He has a hook that'll leave you shook. You better read it in the book because he'll take your life like a crook. You heard me? He will knock you down, brother. He will just do it. That's just Ryan Garcia, and that's what Ryan Garcia brings to it. Now, on the other hand, you got Devin Haney. Now everybody's saying they you know how Devin Haney is. He's straight business, straight professional. I heard that he is I heard this for the first time. They say he is a ring general. He is a ring master. He knows his way around the ring, the square. He knows how to manipulate. He knows how to box. He knows how to bob and weave. And they say he got the best jab in the business. You heard me? The best jab. Dab. Give him one. You hear me? And look. Man, this fight, people saw you got some of the pros leaning this way saying, oh, got some of the pros leaning this way. Just like one of our pros that's in the comments right now, Cuban, saying this is going to be a tough call. And he follows all sports. Don't get it twisted. Cuban Kane, he be up in it doing his research on everything out there. You hear me? And so does Shad. Shad got them numbers for y'all too. And we all do. Look, but we gonna tell you, we ain't gonna tell you what you want to hear, but what you need to know. So, and not saying that, I'm gonna let you go.
I mean, this is an interesting fight, right? Because leading up to it, like you say, Ryan Garcia with all the antics, saying that he had the mental health. He got videos of him drinking. He missed weight, drunk a beer, stepped on the scale, missed weight. So he's gonna have to pay a fine for that. I believe they said in excess of $600,000 for missing weight. So, but I mean, he has endorsement deals, so that $600K, he'll make that back. But putting it in the ring, I just think that this is to me, I think this is a one-sided matchup. I think Devin Haney is far superior to Ryan Garcia in every aspect of boxing. Now, with that being said, they do have a history. They fought each other in the amateurs, right? So there is some familiarity, they're familiar with each other, right?
Right.
But again, once you get to the pros, a lot of stuff that transpired in the amateurs is null and void because the scoring is different. Certain people's style fit amateurs better than the pros. So I really just see Devin Haney, in my opinion, putting on a very similar show, and to me, a more dominant show than what he did against Regis Prograis in his last fight. I actually think that Devin Haney may go in here, if, according to his father, they're going in here to stop Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia, when he fought Tank Davis, he was stopped, right? So I think one of the things that I did see with Devin Haney in his first fight, moved up to 140 against Regis Prograis, which is something that I thought, I argued with people about this. I said that I felt like when Devin Haney gets to 140, all the pillow fist comments, I think that's going to go to the sideline, because I do think that he's forcing himself to stay at 135 to ultimately accomplish the goal that he was after, which was becoming undisputed at 135. He was able to do that. So I think at 140, he has more pop. I think he was in the ring against Regis. I think he was like 165, like walk-in weight. So I think he's gonna have more pop on his punches. I think he's quicker than Haney. Again, I'm not Haney, but quicker than Garcia. And like you say, that jab. So I think they're gonna methodically break Ryan Garcia down. And I do, me personally, my prediction, I predict a late round stoppage by Devin Haney.
Okay.
And completely one-sided fight.
Ooh. Yeah, no, I told you my man be bringing it, man. I told y'all, like, and see, and another thing they was talking about too, bro. They said that Devin Haney good at distance. You know what I'm saying? They say he real good at keeping the distance and knowing the distance between the fighters. He plays that really, really well with that jab. That jab is like that jab. Correct me when I'm wrong. Now, y'all stop me when I'm wrong. Now, that jab just it measures the distance. All right, boom. All right, halfway. I hit you halfway. All right, boom. Oh, that was fully extended right there. Okay. All right, boom. Let me get back. All right, another one. Boom, boom. Okay, you went. Okay. Let me. Boom. Okay, you like it right there. All right. Now here it comes. Boom. That jab and then that other combo. Boom, boom, bam, 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 like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that jab that jab sets everything up for the distance, and then you could know when you're throwing your combos and whatever else. Like, so from my research, that's what I've learned about boxing, and looking into it a little bit deeper than I have been normally. You know, that jab measures everything in the ring. But one thing they said, that Ryan Garcia wants to try to keep the fight in the middle of the ring, because that's where Ryan Garcia's strength is at, in the middle of the ring. He want him in the center. Like, let's go toe to toe, stay in the center. But if Haney's moving around, in which he probably is, he's going to, he got to play smart, because he ain't just gonna let the Garcia, but go to work on him. But you said a one-sided fight, and I ain't arguing with that. I just wanted to add that up in there. So in closing, I'm taking Haney in this fight. I know, Cuban, you think that Haney has no power, but I just think that Haney is a smart fighter. And I think a lot of those antics that Ryan Garcia is doing is not going to get in his head. I think Haney is a true professional. He is a big reason why a casual fan like myself got into boxing and started really doing the research on boxing and looking at other fighters around Matias and so forth and so on. The little guys that I have learned about is because of Devin Haney, because I like, his style, the way he come in. I like his personality. You know what I'm saying? That's what drew me into boxing, and seeing how he handles things. And to me, I dig the money. I dig the money. You're going to get the money regardless. He got the money. Belts matter, bro. Like, we can't say have it both ways and say that a ring matters for a basketball player and then a ring matters for a football player, but then when it comes to boxing, a belt don't matter. Like, yes, it do. Even when we watched the WWE, like, we wanted our favorite wrestler to have the World Wrestling Internet, the title. We wanted them to have titles. Like, that matters. Belts matter. And I think that's up to us as the fans to really let that be known. Like, yes, belts matter, because we got a double standard for boxing versus somebody in basketball. And I don't think that that's fair, because, we can go to the LeBron MJ route just temporarily. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's not great because he don't got enough rings as MJ. Well, you know what I mean? Come on, y'all. Come on out there, y'all. Come on with it. Like, we can't do that to Devin Haney. He has the belts. That matters. He's a boxer. That's what they do. They fight. You know what I mean? They don't get you chasing a check. You're going to get a check, especially when you're fighting somebody who got all the belts. When you're fighting a Ryan Garcia, a Tank Davis, and I hear a lot of people out there talking about Haney's chasing Garcia. Well, I'm a casual fan, and I'm gonna tell you that casual fans bring money into sports. I don't want to be honest. I don't know who Frank Wright is. I just learned about Frank Wright. I don't want to watch Tank Davis fight Frank Wright, somebody that I didn't know about.
Frank Martin.
See, Frank Martin. See what I'm saying? I don't even know dude's name. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who it is, and I'm just being honest. So I don't want to pay for that fight, because I'm not into boxing as much as y'all are.
But you know what? I'll say this though. I'll finish out the Haney Garcia thing, but let me say this.
Go ahead.
Tank and Frank Martin. Frank Martin is, I like Frank Martin, but the thing to me about Frank Martin is Frank Martin, in my opinion, tries to get too pretty in the ring. His last fight, it was controversial in terms of whether or not he won. And I think towards the back end of that fight, Frank Martin was trying, because Frank Martin is a very swifty guy. He has great defense, but I think he tries to use his defense too much. He tries to get too pretty in the ring. And I think if he does that against Tank Davis is the type of guy that Tank Davis will make him pay for that. He will make him pay for that, trying to be too pretty in the ring. But I do think to me, I think it will be a good fight, because Frank Martin is just as quick as Tank Davis. So Tank is going to have to measure Frank a little bit. Frank is hungry. You know, this is going to be on a big stage. But I still think Tank Davis does beat Frank Martin. But I do think it's going to be an interesting fight to see how Tank Davis does with someone that is just as quick as he is. But I just think Tank's experience is going to be the telltale sign of that particular fight. But getting back to this Haney Garcia situation, again, Haney has the reach advantage. He has the jab, but again, like I say, if his dad, if that's the game plan that they're gonna step to Ryan Garcia, then they're gonna step to him, right? Because Regis Prograis is just as big of a puncher as Ryan Garcia was, and Devin Haney stepped in his kitchen, right? He stepped in his kitchen and hurt Regis. Could have put Regis down, but you know they were up so far on the cards, they didn't want to risk it. So, but again, if Bill Haney says they're gonna step on the gas, then I feel like they're gonna step on the gas. And again, like I say, I'm predicting the late round stoppage.
All right. So, Cuban, I added you to the stage real quick, man. So you come in and cook because I know you got something to say. You typing a whole lot. So I said, let me add Cuban on here real quick. Go ahead, brother. Cook.
My name is Cuban Damas. Cuban Damas.
Cuban Damas. Cuban Damas. Hey, yeah.
No, so, all right. So a couple of things. Haney, right? Garcia played it smart. Haney went to, he met his weight at one point. So he's weight drained. He's too skinny. So he has to gain all his weight and it might not come back properly by the time of boxing night. You usually got to let it go 1 day plus to gain your weight to feel comfortable. So Haney might not feel as comfortable when he gets to the ring. Ryan Garcia learned when he fought against Tank that he looked like Skeletor, and then he had to fight. And he told himself, this is the last time I'm going to weight drain myself because when I get to the fight, I'm going to feel weak. I'm going to feel tired. So Garcia went about it the right way. Now, what I mentioned about the belts, these commissioners made it where the belts do not matter anymore because you got to pay a monthly fee in order to keep the belts. So in boxing, I hear your debate about what you said about championships, so on and so forth, but boxing messed it up because you don't need belts in boxing. You need what matters in boxing is that zero.
That win.
0 losses, you're going to get the top fights. The belts do not matter anymore. There's too many belts out there that nobody know what is the premier belt. Nobody knows, right? So what matters? So Garcia's going about this smart. He's like, I need this victory. Damn that damn belt. I don't need the belt. If I get this, if Garcia gets his victory, he is the face of boxing.
Period.
Exactly. He's the face of boxing. So, I don't like his antics. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's trolling. I don't know if he was really drinking beer. I don't know if that was water. We don't know, but he is going about this the right way. He's like, I'm not going to weight drain myself. I'm going to come in this fight and win because if I win, I will be the top boxer in the world over Tank.
Okay. Now, the only pushback I got on the belts, right? The titles. So a casual fan like myself, Cuban, just learned that belts, you have to pay to retain the belts in boxing. I just learned that today, just now, here on the Fans Point of View from you. There's other casual fans that may not watch my show that still may think belts matter. So pushing back and saying that there's still going to be people that think that holding a belt means something to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, because everybody don't know that. That's not a narrative that's out there on bigger channels or
this is a perfect question for you. I got a question for you. What belt is he holding? What's the name of the belt?
What he got, the belt that he has right now?
Yeah, what's the name of
he
the
got
belt?
from Regis Prograis? Was that the WBO or something like that?
Who knows, right? No, that's the problem. There's WBA, WBF, WBO. There's so many belts that we don't. It's like it's difficult to find out what belt. We don't know if the belt that he has is the tier 1 belt. We don't know if the belt he has is the tier B. We don't know. That's the problem with boxing. UFC has 1 belt. That's why that belt in UFC matters. And you don't have to pay a fee. You own it. But in boxing, it's like there's so many belts. There is they call it Haney the email champ. All this stuff, and it's because it's so confusing. Like it's like I'm a big boxing fan. I don't even know what belt Tank holds, what Haney holds. It's not like when we were kids. It's like I knew Mike Tyson held the WBA, WBO, champions of the world. But now it's like there's so many belts, and you got to pay like 100 stacks for them. It's like it's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. That's why Tank doesn't fight for belts, because it's like I'm in it for the money, not the belts. They watered it down. So that was my question too. Is like,
So great explanation. That's why this is the fans' point of view, because our voices matter and we all gain information from each other on this show. This is why this show is so interesting. So, and asking you, Cuban, since you're a boxing guy, when does Devin Haney's resume make him the best fighter that was in 135 moving up to 140?
There's too many boxers at 135. You have Tank, Haney, Shakur.
I'm asking you about Haney specifically. Is Haney's resume legit? That's all I needed. Is Haney's resume legit?
That's a tough question, because he didn't fight the two other top dogs, right? He fought the guys that were not real. He didn't fight he went the easiest route. He fought Lomachenko and Buddy from Australia.
Okay.
They were really the top dudes, right? The top dudes at 135 were Tank, Shakur, and Haney, right?
But I thought he sent them contracts, and they refused.
I was listening to a boxing channel, and it was, they made a good point, right? These he could send him a boxing contract, but like how Tank did Garcia, it could be a bullshit contract. I'm sorry to cuss. It could be a BS.
No, you're good.
It could be like, hey, yes, I'm gonna give you $5 million, but I'm gonna give you a $50 per diem. You got to stay at Hotel X outside of the city. You're allowed to train for 2 seconds, so on and so forth. So I could send you a contract, Chubb, but I'm like, Chubb, you can only use the bathroom 1 time a day, right? You cannot see your old lady, so on and so forth. Like, you send a boxing contract, but there's parameters outside of the boxing contract that might not want to make you sign. Hence why Garcia looked like a crackhead against a Tank fight. It's like, you need to be at 135 at the event. After event, you need to weigh in at 135. If you're not, we're going to tax you, right? So setting a contract it's not a straightforward contract. Like, I'm going to give you $10 million and you do whatever the hell you want. No, I'm going to give you $10 million, but you need to show up at the press conference at this time. If I talk shit about your wife, your kids, and you touch me, I'm taking your whole money, so on and so forth. So it's not as straightforward as you think it is.
Okay.
It's not, it's not that simple. It's not you get $5 million. It's like, you might get $5 million, but you got to pay for my hotel, my flights, first class, while you fly in the back of the plane, right?
Right.
So it's not as simple as it is.
It's not as clear cut as they making it seem like it. You know what I'm saying? And see, that's why I can't stand that. See, that's why I think that, and I'm gonna get into that a little bit later on. Like, even us as like sports content creators, sports platforms, or whatever we're doing out here, it's our responsibility in somewhat to try to educate the casual fan that may not know as much as about a sport that we're looking up on. And a lot of people's not doing that. They're just going with the propaganda. They're out there for certain fighters. They're out there for certain teams. They're out there for a certain angle and a certain story. And they're really not out here to give information to the casual fan. And that's what I'm trying to change here on the fans' point of view, to bring people information. It may not be what you want to hear, but it's definitely going to be what you need to hear. And I thank you for coming in, Cuban Dumas, for that informational boxing. Every time we talking boxing, NBA, you are more than welcome to come in and drop some knowledge on the people. Give them a round of applause coming in here, y'all. Thank you, Q.
And before you kick me on that leave, I just got one question for Shad. Shad, did Haney train during spring break?
No, he may have been doing Ramadan, so he may have been.
All
right, fellas.
Hey, all right, hey man, if you want to hang around, you can, man. You more than welcome, man. You ought to
on me because I'm watching this NBA game as well. I gotta.
All right, well, go ahead, man. I appreciate you for coming in and dropping some knowledge today, brother. Anytime.
Yeah.
Peace. Hey, that was dope, man. That was super dope, man. Round of applause again, man. See, That's what I'm trying to change here, though, Shad. Like you feel me, bro? I seen you shaking your head when I got the cooking about that, man, because there's a lot of content creators out here who do not do that, bro. They don't give that. They just, it's like a propaganda channel. You know, they want to give a certain narrative, play into a certain narrative with teams and everything instead of just dropping the information, bro. And but I'm gonna get into that, bro. I got some things to say about that, bro. We're gonna get into that next. But for right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the Bucks and their playoff hopes, the Milwaukee Bucks playoff hopes. As you know, Giannis could be out for 2 to 4 weeks with an injury right now. Damian Lillard, he's trying to carry the load. He has been busy in the playoffs. We know what he did in Portland, but can he do it over here on the East with the Milwaukee Bucks? The East, they say the East is not that strong in the playoffs. But to me, I just think, from and with my hypothesis, that's the new word I'm using, hypothesis, because it is an educated guess based off of information that I have gathered together. and and without Giannis, man, I don't think that their playoff hopes stand a chance, man. I mean, we've seen Lillard try to carry a team, man, and I think the big reason why he went over there to the Bucks is because of Giannis. And without Giannis, man, I don't think that they stand a chance, bro. If I'm wrong, you go ahead and you cook me, bro, and you let me know where I'm wrong at and my thoughts, because I cannot get up out of that. I think that they without a doubt, they need Giannis, man. They need him. What you thinking, bro? Go ahead and cook, man.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they need Giannis. Giannis is a top 5 player in the NBA. Damian Lillard, depending on who you talk to, maybe top 10, maybe top 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they need them together. You know what I mean? The East may be, as they say, weak, but I don't necessarily think it's weak. I think it's balanced. In my opinion, I think it's balanced.
Okay.
But it's just so much going on. You got Doc Rivers as the head coach, going back to early part of the season when the Bucks had the best record in the NBA. Then the head coach gets fired because rumors say that it was a situation between he and Giannis about his brother's playing time. And again, we know Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers is not this is not his first rodeo of having a very talented team,
right,
and not making it to where they need to make it to. And the Bucks, I'm just looking at it too. Going into the playoffs, the Bucks have been struggling. The Bucks are 3-7 in their last 10 games, whereas the Pacers are 6-4. The Pacers also in that 10 games hold a W over the Bucks. It was a 2-point victory, but a win is a win. Pacers are a young team, a team that Tyrese Halliburton, an emerging star in the league. So the only way that I feel like without Giannis that they can get back, because even if Giannis does come back, he's still going to be he's not going to be Giannis. He's dealing with a calf injury. His size, what he does, right? He's a driver of the basketball, things like that. Not necessarily a perimeter-oriented player. He's going to need that, so he's going to be somewhat limited. So, I mean, it's going to be imperative for Damian Lillard and Chris Middleton to step up big if Giannis is not a full go. But I just don't think that if Giannis is not 85% in this series, I do think that we could see a first-round upset of the Indiana Pacers beating the Milwaukee Bucks.
All right. See, hey, look, man, that is a tough thing to say, man. And that calf injury takes away his best attributes: jumping, running. He is so ball dominant, right? He needs to play through the ball. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He has to play through the ball, but without, I wish that he didn't have to play with the ball as much. Was what I'm trying to say here. If he can just, try to play the natural big a little bit more and let Dame cook, get on Dame time, let Dame open up some of them lanes, hit him with some of them easy passes, get to the foul line, Giannis, and play like that. I think that he'll have to turn down a lot with the injury. So I think if he comes back with the injury, a little bit banged up, it'll slow him down. But I think that'll force him into playing without the ball and to play more of a traditional big. And I think it's definitely going to give them the illusion and the feel good of him just being out there on the court. You know what I'm saying? So they need him back. But without him, Tyrese Halliburton and the Pacers, they're gonna cook them. I'm sorry to say that, but I gotta agree with you on that. Without Giannis, they just don't stand a chance to me. I don't. Their playoff hopes is gone. Doc Rivers just got a bad, like you said, he got a bad rap, and I hate that for Doc Rivers because back when the Big Three was there and Celtics, and I know we're talking about the Bucks right now, but when he was back there with Boston, man, I love that squad, bro. I was loving that squad. KG, you know what I'm saying? Rondo, Paul Pierce. I was loving that squad, bro. Like that squad to me was mean, green, and I just loved it. I did. KG's attitude, but now it's just different. Like maybe, do you think that Doc Rivers' style of coaching has been outdated for the past couple years, and he shouldn't be there? He should
I,
just hang it up at this point.
I just, again, the way Doc Rivers got this job is head scratching, right? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and you know what? I'm gonna say this, right? It's just unfortunate. It's fortunate and it's unfortunate, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
we talk about minority with blacks. I don't like using the word minority. Black coaches, they don't get
Mm-hmm.
opportunity. But then it seems like the ones that do get the opportunities, it's like, but you're not the one that we want to
Mm-hmm.
continue to get. It's like almost like kind of going back to football, right? Like
Hold on,
Marvin.
rewind that. Say that again. Start off and say that again, bro. You said something. Say that again, please. Please say that again, bro.
It's like the one we want to get the opportunities. They not the one to get it. It's like the one that is like you shouldn't be the one that keeps getting the opportunities, right?
Right.
Um, it's kind of like with Cincinnati. They had Marvin Lewis all those years. Great to have Marvin there, but it's like Marvin, you're not winning in the playoffs. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So Doc is milking that one ring to its fullest extent, and I have no problem with it. But to answer your question, when you just look at the makeup again of some of Doc's previous teams, I will say this. One thing that Doc has had, looking back at the Clippers, looking back at the Celtics, he had a dominant point guard. He had Rondo, he had Chris Paul. So I think the style Doc has adapted, the style of play.
Mm-hmm.
Even when he was with the Sixers or whatever like that. So I think Doc he has he can adapt. I'll give him that. He can adapt.
Okay.
But I do think to kind of drive this particular point home, I do think that Doc, you have to figure out, when it's crunch time, who are you going to put the ball, whose shoulders are you going to put the load on, right? Because again,
Mm-hmm.
y'all remember the Sixers a couple of years ago. Ben Simmons gets the ball point blank range, can dunk it. He opts for a pass, post game presser. Embiid throws Ben Simmons under the bus. Doc River turns around, throws Ben Simmons under the bus. So it's like you're a player's coach, but then
Oh.
you turn into the principal. You know what I mean? When it's time, it's like
Mm-hmm.
you on a job or something like that. It's like, all right, I got a cool like supervisor or something, but when the general foreman comes around, all right, now you want to be a company man all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So, and I'll say this, and I kick it back to you.
You
I'm
don't
looking
need
at it
to.
right now of just complete total games played. Giannis has the second highest usage of players with over 60 games played at 32%. He's only behind Luka Doncic, who's at 35.5. And we know Luka is the point guard.
Mm-hmm.
So for Giannis to be a non-point guard, right? 32%, that's a huge percentage, right? Again, I don't even know what.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see, can I see if Dame is on here somewhere?
Dang.
Let me
Man.
see. Dame is down at 27.4.
27. Okay. 27.4. So I mean
30 to 32.
that's a lot.
Not really a big jump. But again, it just goes to show that this is Giannis's team.
Right.
Make no mistakes about it. This is Giannis' team. And so, but again, if Giannis can't go, I
You
can
just
see
don't see them getting past
those
rotation.
those young legs could be the factor.
Okay. All right. Enough said on that. I just got a quick question to add before we get off the NBA and we move on. I put down a bet, and I don't know if I said this before. Luka for MVP and Wembanyama for Defensive Player of the Year. Is that bad?
I mean, from the side of it, I mean, it may go to Shai Gilgeous.
So it's bad. Dang. All right, man. But I don't see how it's gonna go to Shai Gilgeous when Luka got the most 50+ point games this season, even more than the Joker. Like he even got more than Joker. And to me, you know, I would think, I mean, Shai Gilgeous, I ain't gonna lie, Shai Gilgeous is just crazy. The Cuban loves Ant-Man. He love the Ant-Man, bro. I swear, Cuban Dumas love the Ant-Man, don't he, bro? He love him.
Love it. Hey, but you know what to say this about Shai Gilgeous, right? We just really got to tip our hat to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, man.
They have drafted. They've had again. You know, they had Harden, KD, Westbrook on the team. They left. They went down. Then they went and got Chris Paul for a time, and bro, now they got Shai Gilgeous. I mean, it's just like they know what to do. They know what to do, and I think it would be great. I don't know if this is the year that they would do it because I think the West is still relatively tough, but that would be a very good crowning achievement if their franchise could get an NBA title.
Yeah, man. I thought they should have got one back when you was talking about the old team, you know, Harden coming off the bench. Like, that was crazy. Can you think of that? Was wow. That was. But they built through the draft, though. Correct me if I'm wrong. They built that team through the draft.
They built this team through the draft.
That might be the way to go. That might be the thing to do in the NBA, man, is to build through the draft. You know, get you, you know, one or two veterans, couple veterans to you know, to balance out the team. And then, you know, just build through the draft. That might be the way to go. I guess that's why it's so hard to play with LeBron. He wants to play with older players, but we'll talk about that another day. This might be, we going to a whole nother topic. We going to a whole nother topic. It'd be on here for 2 more hours. All right. So what we got next? Oh yeah, baby. We got this transfer portal. Yes, sir. Y'all couldn't wait for this one. I personally cannot wait to talk about this transfer portal. I just couldn't wait. Because I tell you what, y'all all know, right? Yeah, we know one of my teams, and I hate to say, but it is what it is, right? Colorado Buffaloes, Texas Longhorns, Ole Miss Rebels, right? Okay. And there's this for this year, okay? But first, I gotta talk about Colorado, right? And everybody's saying, "Oh, well, they got this many players in the portal. This happens everywhere in college football. We're not playing that game. We're not gonna play that game over here. Not on the fans' point of view. We is not finna play that game and act like there's 16 players leaving from every one of these teams out in here. Houston and Indiana both have the second most leaving, and that is because Kurt Sagnetti for Indiana just come from James Madison University. He cleaning house. He's going up there building his program the way he is, and the same thing's going on in Houston. There's a brand new head coach over there, but I had to put other teams on here because I just don't want to make this seem like it's just Colorado, but it's not. But they put all of this information out there to us every day, but then they get mad when people like us or people like me get out here and we talk about this situation. right. There's a problem, right? So I made a little video, and I meant what I said too in that video, by the way, because he said, I wish y'all would do y'all homework when y'all get to talking about the portal. I do my homework. I wish the propaganda channels that follow the Colorado Buffaloes would do more of their homework on the simple fact of and knowing the players that they bringing in, and stop telling the casual fan that's watching, and that's all 33,000 people that's watching, that everybody that goes to Colorado is a damn dog, and it ain't the truth. And that's why everybody that's Colorado's losing this player, that's why they think they dogs to the casual fans, because you got every channel, every huge social media that follows the Colorado Buffaloes talking about, this person's a dog, that person's a dog. No, they not. No, they not. Stop lying to people. They not dogs. They not. They got things to work on. We talking about a center, Yakari Walker, that came from UConn. He a dog. He a way better upgrade. No, he's not. Hank Zelinskas is looking better than Yakari Walker right now. Yakari Walker can't pass block for shit. Did you look at his numbers at UConn? Or am I tripping, cuz? Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? That's the problem with Colorado. Just like, and look, I was watching John the Liquidator earlier because I watch him. He talking about the running back from Ohio State. Oh, dog, we need you. He a dog. He this, he need this, he that. Y'all don't even need a running back in Colorado. Number one, we don't need one because you got Dylan Edwards. Charlie Offerdahl to walk on. He looking like he the best running back there. You still got Savion Wilkerson, which is a decent 1-2 puncher, and you got and you got the freshman Michael Welch that's looking damn good. So you don't need the running back. And then he's the third, fourth stringer at Ohio State. So he's not a damn dog. So why would you tell everybody out there, the 33 million people that watch a video in an hour, that he's a fucking dog and he's not? Excuse my language. I don't even cuss on my show, but damn. Everybody that go there, dog. And then he say, so what's in the portal? What did we lose? What we lose, dog? Hey, dog, what we lose in the portal, dog? There ain't nothing out there but backups. So everybody that comes on the damn team in Colorado is a backup. Y'all got to remember that. Listen to what the man's saying. He be playing with y'all heads. And they be going for the shit. Excuse me. I done cussed like 4 times about the situation because it just gets on my last nerves that y'all cannot read between the lines of what's really going on here. All I'm asking y'all to do, the social media Colorado Buffaloes, everybody, there's so many channels out there that literally only focus on the Colorado Buffaloes, and they do not do their research on every player. So the casual fan that watches Colorado thinks that this player is a dog, when in all reality, there's only 2 people on that offensive line that has proven themselves over powerful P5 teams. Tyler Johnson from University of Houston, and the only reason why I say that because he played against Texas and some good defensive linemen there and some good defensive linemen other places, right? But he's seen them. He know what they look like. Oklahoma and Texas, correct me if I'm wrong. And then you have Khalil Benson that come from Indiana in the Big Ten, where they run the ball, and with those big ass defensive linemen give it up good. Them is the only 2 that's proven themselves, that know what's going on. Jordan Seaton, he gonna be the best tackle in the whole no, the fucking he's a freshman, dog. He's a freshman coming from IMG. They is gonna eat his ass alive. If I'm a coach, I'm not even a college coach, but if I'm a college coach and I know you got a freshman tackle, he ain't Proctor. He's no, like, he ain't even big as dude, but I'm sending everything on that side. I don't care. Get around there and do that. What did I say? I said move him in a tackle. Everybody gave me hell. The chat's all on. I was on David Talk Buff. The chat gave me hell on there. Now, you don't know what he talking about. Yes, I do know what I'm talking about. No, what the problem is a lot of y'all people out there don't know what y'all talking about, and I'm just a little disturbed by it. And the cult-like following that's going on. Like, stop with the noise. Stop with the noise. Just give the fans the right, proper evaluations, and stop calling everybody that leave the damn team sorry and everything else, because it did hurt losing Olton McCaskill. It did hurt losing Cormani McClain. And by the way, losing Cormani McClain was not a good look for a gold jacket cornerback, the best cornerback in the damn NFL, to lose a 5-star cornerback. That was not a good look for Colorado. I'm letting y'all know that right now. It just wasn't. I don't care what Kermani did in the classroom. That's on Kermani. Y'all can critique him for that. But Kermani was butt on the field, but he played for Deion Sanders, the best damn cornerback in the NFL. Like, how the hell y'all gonna be mad at him for his development at Colorado as a cornerback when he played for one of the best in the damn league? Oh my goodness, these people. Moose. I'm gonna let you go ahead and cook on these Miami Hurricanes fans, because I know there's some things you want to say about these people, these crystal ball followers, and I want you to give it to them, bro, because these people have to start doing a better job at their jobs, and just a little bit of responsibility that we have as sports content creators out here to give the public a little bit better knowledge. Go ahead and cook them, bro. Cook them.
Nah, man. Nah. I'm gonna let him make it today. I got to. I'm gonna let him make it.
He gonna let him make it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not finna do it. I'm not finna do it. I can't. I'm not gonna speak on the Hurricanes out of respect for you, out of respect for Cuban and the followers that I got on. But I'm telling you, everybody that entered the portal is not sorry. They're not sorry. We're not gonna talk about that when everybody is so hyped when they get them there. They all dogs. They all Louis. So when he brought the guys there, he said, I'm bringing my Louis, dog. I'm bringing in not Louis. So when they leave, they ain't Louis no more. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? But then I'm a hater. Because I talk like this. I'm a hater when I talk like this. I'm a hater like when I talked about the damn Bengals coach, the Bengals defensive back coach that came in. Who was checking for the defense, the Bengals defensive back coach? Did you look at the Bengals and what they gave up in pass protection last year? Did you see what they gave up in the pass game last year, the Bengals? And then you mean to tell me somebody in the NFL wanted to hire that man that gave up that X many yards and trained those guys that gave up them many yards? So somebody in the NFL wanted to hire him. You mean he couldn't have been there working with them? Man, miss me with that, man. And that's why y'all dish me. But you gotta love me, because I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna tell the fans, which I really need to know, on the people that's coming in. Let's remember this, Colorado Bucks fans that clicked off the channel, that won't hit the like button and everything else, that's watching over from the side, because I know y'all watching. Remember this. Everybody that left, they was Louis at one point in time. They was all dogs. And remember what he said, there ain't nothing but backups in the portal. I ain't no starters going over to Colorado, because there's some things that's going on up there that ain't came out yet, and I'm gonna be talking about it tomorrow morning a little bit. I'm definitely jumping on that tomorrow morning a little bit. So y'all make sure y'all here for the morning after, because I don't want to do it while my guy Shad is here, while my brother Shad is up here. I'm not gonna do that to Shad. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Because his son filed bankruptcy on some other stuff, but we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that thing. We're gonna talk about it because they gotta stop doing that, man. They gotta stop doing that, man. You get, and I'm calling out names too, because I don't want to do that while Shad's here, because Shad has absolutely let me file a disclaimer. Shad has absolutely nothing to do with what Truck and Chubby is saying right here live on today's show. He has nothing to do with it. John the Liquidator, give the fans the proper evaluations. Please start doing that, dog, because I know you be watching me. Big Dog Chico, please give the fans the proper evaluations on the fans, y'all. Hey, please start doing that. Give them the proper. Just don't tell them they're a dog. Tell them what they need to work on. Their even if you just gotta have one side of the screen, their positives and their weaknesses and the things that they need to work on. If you don't want to talk negative on them, just give the fans the proper outlook on the team and stop telling them everybody is damn dogs, because they're not. Because just like Coach Prime said, everybody fighting for backups at this point. So ain't no dogs. Ain't no more dogs coming up there. We ain't getting no more dogs. We got to get depth pieces. That's it. That's all I'm asking. Just keep it real. I'm too real for y'all. I'm just too real. Life in football. Hey, he a dog. He a dog. Cause he a dog. Cause he just a dog. He better than everybody in Florida. They better than everybody on Georgia's team. They better on everybody in Florida's team. No, the hell they not. Like, ain't no damn caliber. What is we talking about? Let me stop, man. I'm done. That's all I needed to say about that's all I said. That's all I said that I needed to say about the transfer portal, because it is sickening the way that the cult following of Colorado gives their fans that. And Deion goes ahead and he says, oh, why y'all in the panic? Because everybody who follows your team irresponsibly puts out the wrong narrative on the players. If you're going to evaluate the players, evaluate them correctly. Yes, he's good in the run game, excellent at the run game. Maybe he needs to work on his agility. His footwork needs work. He cannot pass block. I hope they work with him on pass blocking because he struggled with a speed rusher coming off the edge, blah, blah, blah. Give it to him the right way. Do not just say that everybody is a dog and then get mad at people like me when I come and I expose your ass for the irresponsibilities that you're doing. And don't say that I'm doing it behind your back because this is live and I do it to you on your channel. If you invite me there and I'm gonna do it because we're not gonna play that. We don't do that here on the fans' point of view. All of our opinions matter. And I want to just go to the chat real quick and answer some questions. QB said if they bark, they are considered a dog. That's how they roll over there. Anthony Mazzano, honestly, I think in order to have accurate ratings and evaluations for these young kids coming out of high school, these recruiting sites need to have former NFL scouts working there. That could be done. You know what I mean? I'm just saying everybody needs things to work on, but just don't tell everybody that that they're so damn good and then kill people like Kermani McClain when he leaves, but he's supposed to be getting developed by one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. So if he sucked on the field, what does that say about the best cornerback who played in the NFL that couldn't develop this 5-star talent? What does that say about the cornerback development that's there at Colorado? Let's really talk about it. If y'all going to talk about it, talk about it. Don't half-ass out here. Like, let's do it. Like, let's get into it. Let's don't be a half-ass journalist that you want to be a journalist one day, you want to be breaking news one day for the team, but then the next day you just want to play dumb content creator type deal. No, we're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna let y'all do that. And if y'all is gonna do that, then I'll be happy to take all your fans over here on the fans' point of view, and I'll split them with Shad and Cuban Dumas and Anthony Mazzato and everybody else that supports me. You dig? So the team filled with the transfer players. And what did Deion say about transfer players? Yes, that's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said. He said, that's what he said. He said the transfer players, he said they average, they bench riders, and the team is filled with bench riders. So, I thought that was a shot at the kids leaving anyway. I thought that was tight disrespectful for him saying that, calling them Louis at first, but when they left, they ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? But then he thinks that they're going to get a starter from somewhere else leaving. Like, they ain't going to get no more starters. Like, not from nobody else's team. That ain't happening. I don't think so. I don't think we getting them there. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to happen. And sometimes you have to blame the coaches because they give the kids 5 stars, whatever they want to get on campus. And sometimes it doesn't work out with the kid. And the reason why I said that, the reason Anthony Mazzano, the reason why I said that I think in my opinion, he failed the kids was because he felt Kermani was because he knew what kind of player Kermani was before Kermani got there. He recruited him. He talked to his mom. He knew what he needed to work on him with it. He knew what kind of attitude he is. He's a 5-star. I'm not letting a 5-star cornerback walk out my door. I was a running back. I'm not going to let a 5-star running back leave my team. He's gonna struggle. He's gonna have problems. Whatever's going on. All right, look, dog. I just don't think he was able to give Kermani the time he needed. And I should have came out and said that, but sometimes I talk in circles and I expect people to understand what I'm talking about. But I forget in this content creator space, you have to be very detailed in your speeches. And he didn't need the spotlight like how Jordan Seaton and Travis Hunter needed. What he needed was that attention from Coach Prime, that he went there for Coach Prime. That's what he went there for. Let's just be real. He went there to learn from one of the best cornerbacks. He went there to be trained by one of the best cornerbacks, and that didn't happen. And when he found out that didn't happen and he was being benched and he's being taught by Mathis, some another kid's dad on the team that he's better than in his damn dreams, like he's like, what the fuck am I learning from you, dude? Like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? And then it works out, and then it goes in both ways. But they don't want to talk about those things. They just rather blame the kid for those situations. You know what I'm saying? They rather blame the kid, and Deion could do no wrong, and whatever else is going on. But you know how that rock. He said they all dogs. Some are pit bulls, and some just poodles. So his team is full of backup players. He dragged his own team. He absolutely did, Cuban. He absolutely did, but they're not going to talk about that. They're going to spin the narrative. He wasn't talking about the whole team. He was only talking about the kids that left. Like, but they was Louis at one point, though. They was Louis, and then they went to Samsonite luggage. So your Louis went to Samsonite overnight. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, cuz. Let's talk about it. I think Colorado specifically struggles with recruiting because they're out in the middle of nowhere. Dion has to reply. I don't think they struggle with that, Anthony, to be honest, because of Coach Prime. But the thing that I do think about them is that they don't get what they went there for from Coach Prime. He's not He's not doing what he said he was going to do for those players. Whenever you get a coach, I knew something was wrong, to be honest, and I didn't come out and speak on it. When Cavassier Smoke, an SEC running back, went to the damn Pac-12 and did not get a snap, I knew something was wrong then. How in the hell do you get a SEC starting running back from Kentucky, Cavassier Smoke, to a team in the Pac-12 and don't carry the ball at all? Just all special teams. Come on, man. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Dion questions the media why they so focused on the transfer portal, saying all schools deal with it. I don't see any other schools having 17 players exit in a matter of a week. Me neither. And not in their second year neither. It's the culture that he's building there. He's not recruiting high school students. I know a lot of people said that, but it matters because that's how you build culture, because they learn how to live around Colorado, the places that matters, knowing where to eat, knowing where to go, where to hang out, how do people react to things, what places not to go to. That matters. The culture in that. And I know everything I'm saying, I might not be hitting the direct points on what I'm saying, but I get what I'm going at, right? And he's not building that culture. It's a culture of mercenaries. You're bringing in the attitude of, I'm only here to get paid and play football. So everybody in there has that. When you want to build an NFL-like atmosphere at a college, it's going to be a problem, even though that's the way that it's going. That's why I mentioned contracts. And I got laughed at on the David Talks Buff show in the chat because I mentioned contracts 4 months ago. And I was with Rawhide when I did it. It was me, Rawhide, that was on David Talk Buff. And I told him contracts. He said, no. I don't think they just need to leave it the way it is. But I know he's talking a different tune now. And I bet they talking different now, because contracts is the only way you're going to handle this. It is what it is, man. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not going out here and act like I don't know what I'm talking about and I don't know what I'm doing, because I really go hard at this. And I may not know I don't know everything, but what I do know is that they're in trouble. There's some things going on there that need to be addressed. With my hypothesis from the information that I have gathered and the points that I'm making, they are not developing talent in Colorado. They probably are now because of Phil Hope being there and Warren Sapp being there. But Warren Sapp technically is not supposed to be developing anything. He's only there as a graduate assistant. He's not technically supposed to be doing all of that. But, he's going to, and they was going to find a loophole to get him through the door. However, he's there with the defensive lineman. They're learning from one of the best of Warren Sapp. They're learning from one of the best from Oklahoma coming over there from the Sooners, and Phil Hope, that offensive defensive line, the most important positions. But as far as the cornerbacks go, I don't know. I've been watching Well Off Media. It looked like they was getting cooked to me when they was doing the one-on-one drills. Let's talk about it, though. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just speaking real, man. You want me to talk about the facts? I'll talk about the facts. Prime does not recruit. He is wrong in the wrong business. He needs to go to the NFL. I think so. I agree with that. I like that. I can't see them team building the needed chemistry and culture is a revolving door. Absolutely. Scott Schrader. That's a good one, Scott. That's a good one. We don't know if Sapp can coach or develop. We don't. And QB, we don't. We don't know. We absolutely do not know that. We're assuming that because he was a great gold jacket wearing coach like Coach Prime. We assume that Coach Prime could develop corners, but we still haven't seen that. Travis Hunter is a one-off. He's a one-off. We're going to push him to the side because his talent is unmatched. Coach Prime didn't teach Travis Hunter that. Travis Hunter taught Travis Hunter that. Let's talk about it. All right? That's what we're going to, like, straight up. We're going to talk about that. Look at all the other cornerbacks on that team and what they're doing and are they developing. Because to me, Shiloh, he'll hit everything in front of Shiloh. He's smoking. Shiloh's smoking. He hitting everything in front of him. Good tackler, good ball reader. But if anything over top of his head or behind him, trouble. I'm just saying. I know football. I've been watching it. I'm just saying. All right, whatever. I'm just saying. But we seen Travis Hunter have a bad day too, especially in the Stanford game, right? We seen that happen. We seen him give up 294 yards. And they say he was hurt that game. That was his first game back. He was his first game back, but he got 160 yards on offense and 2 touchdowns. Excuse me? Come on, man. What is we talking about? But I like Travis, though. I really do. I'm a huge Travis Hunter fan. I like the way he carries himself. He's not all about the media. He talks his talk, but he backs it up. He's a hard worker, and I really do like Travis Hunter. Nothing against Travis. But yeah, there's some things going on up there that's shaky and that's weird, and a lot of it has to do with the cult-like following that goes on. They don't do the proper research on the team, and it starts at the top with the guys that he sat down with the exclusive interview, Bert and Ernie. You know what I'm saying? When he talked to Bert and Ernie, and they're always there behind the scenes, and they could be doing the proper evaluations and giving them out, but they're not. Everybody is scared to critique the team. When you do that, you're called a hater, this and that. You don't know this, you don't know that. And really, it's just like, okay, you don't know football. Football comes with the good and the bad. That's the sport that we love. That's the lovely thing about that. It brings a lot of different people together. It brings positive and negative things together, good and bad things together, and it forms, you know what I'm saying, into just one thing. Now, whether it goes up or down, we don't know. But that's the beauty of the sport that we love in football, correct? All right, now I'm gonna move on because I don't want to keep on keeping on because I could just keep cooking and cooking on Colorado. But I promise y'all I'll try to bring a segment in every week since I like me cooking on them. I cook on them every week. All right, because I ain't never got this. We got the chat going. Man, you sure you don't want to say nothing, man? Because I feel like you holding back, bro.
No, I ain't got nothing to say.
Not about Colorado, but about the transfer portal in general. Anything. But you said what you needed to say.
In general.
Yeah.
In general, they need to get on Indeed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or Monster.com, ZipRecruiter.
Right.
They need to put that they have a bachelor's degree. And they need to start filling out. They need to get their resume together and start, putting in for jobs, because we need more electricians, drivers, more HVAC technicians, more pipe, heavy equipment operators, CNAs, male nurses. Need more carpenters, brick masons. So it's a lot of opportunities out here. Good thing about it, they get to use their hands. So what they need to be doing is they need to start looking for work.
Okay.
Players, they need to start looking for work because your football dream is over. Employment now.
Okay, y'all heard it here on the fans' point of view, man. You heard how we giving it up, man, and how we feeling today, man. But yeah, and so in closing, I'll say it again. Any content creators that happen to watch this, any content creators out there, I think it's our small responsibility for us to give the casual fans a little bit of knowledge on the sport, because you're always going to get casuals who watch you, and we need to give them the little bit of information or knowledge that we do have on said sport that we're reporting on. Just give it to them in the best way that you can, whether statistically, or however it is, however you give it up, just do that and give fair evaluations. because, like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna make that a new motto of ours or not, Shad, because it sounds real good. Because we ain't gonna tell you what you want to hear, but we're gonna tell you what you need to know. All right, so let's keep it moving, man. Let's go. Last topic of the day: NFL players gambling. Is any more NFL players gonna get caught gambling? Oh my goodness! So, in this article that I have read on AP News, the NFL team has been suspending players for gambling since 1963 season. Are you hearing me? Green Bay running back Paul Hornung, the 1986 inductee to the Pro Hall of Fame football, was suspended for the season for betting on league games. Detroit, Alex Karras, the 2020 inductee into the Pro Hall of Fame, was also suspended for season for betting on league games. Okay, so Paul Hornung and a defensive tackle in Detroit, Alex Karras. In 1983, Baltimore quarterback Art, I can't even pronounce his last name, Schittler. I think that is what it was pronounced. Suspended for the season for betting on at least 10 NFL games as a rookie. He returned in 1984 and played 10 games for Indianapolis before he ended his career. Okay. 2019, Arizona cornerback Josh Shaw suspended for November 29th for gambling on the NFL game while he was on injured reserve. He has not played in the league since 2022. Atlanta wide receiver Calvin Ridley suspended for the entire season. The 26th pick of the 2018 draft was punished for gambling on NFL games in 2021 while away from the Falcons, addressing mental health concerns. He was reinstated in March 2023 and now plays for Jacksonville. Okay, now with Jets wide receiver coach Miles Austin suspended for a year for betting on non-NFL sports. Jets coach Robert Saleh said in January 2023 that Austin would not return to the staff. He was reinstated by the league. 2023, April 21st, Detroit wide receiver Quentin Cephas, Detroit safety CJ Moore, Washington DN Sanka Tony suspended indefinitely for betting on NFL games in 2022 season. Detroit released both Cephas and Moore following their suspensions. Detroit wide receiver Jameson Williams, the 12th overall pick of the 2022 draft, and wide receiver Stanley Barry Hill suspended 6 games each. Detroit released Barry Hill after the suspension. This has been going on for forever. It don't stop there. Cornerback Isaiah Rodgers Sr., defensive end Rashard Berry, Demetrius Taylor, the defensive tackle, suspended indefinitely from the Colts, waived all 3. Tennessee right tackle Nicholas Fair. I can't pronounce his last name, but he's a right tackle for Tennessee. I'm not going to try to mess that up. Denver defensive end, the African guy. I ain't got to pronounce his name at all. That what happened in July 20. This just happened. Okay, so look, he's suspended. These guys are not going to stop. And when you ask me this, and when I did my research, I don't think it's going to stop. I think that there's so much more, bro, that we're going to learn upon these players in the NFL. It makes me question the league, and I believe that's why years ago I kind of start, and you can see that it's happening more and more and more and more as the years go on. As I was reading, it was more players every year, and they catch them so often doing it. And in this age of social media, phones, and everything, there has to be a way of doing that. But I don't think that you can get away with that. So that may slow them down. But that may slow them down. So going back to what I said, I think it may stop only because of the way that as technology moves forward and gets better security and everything, that may be the only thing that slowed them down. But this has been going on since 1963, bro. And I had really no idea upon that until I started doing my research on this subject. And man, it's unfortunate because this is why I started watching college football more a couple years ago, because I felt like the NFL games was fixed in a way. So I'm gonna let you cook on this, and then we'll bounce back and forth.
No, I get what you're saying about the technology, but I think back to what Shannon Sharp said when it was first announced that Ridley got suspended. You know, when he was talking about he essentially blew X amount of money for like what was the equivalent of $1 million. And I myself, I say it's people who run the risk of going to the penitentiary for the rest of their life for $20. So why would I feel like that these situations would be any different?
Mm-hmm.
You enlighten me. You're talking about this going all the way back to the inception. Obviously, we know organized crime and things like that. You know, they've had influences in sports for eons, right? You know,
Yes.
boxing to the Boston College fiasco, the betting situation with that. So no, I don't think it's gonna stop because to me is like you say with the technology. You think about this. Say me or you were in the league, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and you had some information, and it's like, all right, well, shoot, man, I want to make because again, let's go ahead and put it all on the table.
Go ahead.
The average says that a lot of these NFL players will be broke within 3 years. Some of the reasons why: excessive spending, all this good stuff like this. So let's say, for instance, let's take for like the summer, right? Those players do not get paid over the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Talking NFL, they don't get paid over the summer. They get all their money throughout the season. They do not get paid over the summer into workouts. So say, for instance, I need a quick 20K real quick
Mm-hmm.
because something unexpected came up, and I'm on my, I'm down for a second. Now they said, Shannon Sharp made mention of this that hey, you can go to the owner and maybe you could borrow some money from him and they'll dock it from your check. But it's like, nah, why do that when I got some inside information? Let me just go ahead and get one of my friends to do it, and they put the money down. But they gonna get the technology to the point it's like we know that your friend or whatever they can't account for this $40,000 bet when they only make $30,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
So you're the next close associate. So I don't think this is gonna stop. I think it's going to be more players are gonna get caught because, like some people said, y'all have signed the NFL and all these organizations. Y'all have signed what y'all are taking advertisement money from gambling sites, and you think that players are not going to be enticed to use the services that y'all are accepting money from?
That part. Hey, you all see, eh, give it up to bro. See that part right there. See, and that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Technology will only get better in the catching these guys. But you know what? I like having these conversations to where I say something and you disagree with, because then you give me another way of looking at things, and vice versa. So what you saying, all that, and those are great points. They picking the wrong people to be in business with. They need to come to holler at some people like me, you, and people in the chat that, yeah, hey yo, hey yo, Shad, hey Shad, what for, what that, like, hey partner, I need you to put some money up on this game right here. Hey Truck and Chubby, I need, because they picking the wrong people, man. You know, a lot of these people is in getting caught. They just getting caught because of the wrong things. I wish they would come out and find it in the articles and the research I did. I wish I knew how they got caught. You know what I mean? Like it just says that they got caught, but they don't say how they got caught with it.
Well, I think with the Ridley situation,
Mm-hmm.
they were able to. They traced it back to his phone.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Technology, right?
So it was like he was logged. It was like he was logged in,
Mm.
somewhere else. But
Mm. Even the what's the baseball guy's name, bro? That just got caught doing it, bro.
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, okay, right.
And he's the
and he making bang, right? Money. Them baseball players making big money. You know what I just told my 7-year-old son? I told my 7-year-old son, he athletic, he real athletic, he loves basketball. I'm not gonna lie, he one of the best his age, whatever. But I keep him humble. I try to keep him really humble and to be a good teammate and everything else. But I just figured out I signed him up for baseball. That little boy got a bat on him. He's just athletic. He got a bat on him and he can track a ball, right? Because he fast and he could catch and everything. I told him, I said, man. I said, you like baseball? He said, yeah. I said, well, shit, you might be playing that. That contract, them boys be getting big. Hey, cuz, them contracts, them baseball contracts be crazy numbers.
Yeah.
Wow. Like I'm talking, they could buy their own continent type numbers off the bat. Like if they play for enough years, man, a baseball player 16 years. I mean, I what they probably getting like what in 5 years they getting like 100 million a year, depending on what position. I know pitchers make stupid money, right? Pitchers get paid stupid money. Like, but man, I know I'm getting off a little off topic, but yeah, but the betting thing, right? Like he got caught because Otani got caught because of his accountant or whatever, right? Going through there, somebody's telling, right? I don't know how they getting caught, but I think they got to get smarter with it because I mean. You just can't.
But that's the though. That's the thing though about technology. Technology is always playing catch up. It's almost like when people tell you about viruses on computers. Virus protection is only for viruses that have already been discovered, and they are working on a way to prevent them from being reemerging. A virus protection is not good for a new virus. So it's just like they'll find if you find more, innovative ways to do this. Then they have to find more innovative ways to catch you. So the criminal, and and when I say criminal, I'm not speaking in terms of like a fugitive or someone that's doing, mass crimes, but was always ahead of 5-0.
Right.
So they will continue to be ahead, technology included, because again, that was the big thing about why they didn't want to put a team in Vegas. Because they said, oh well, we don't want players to have, that quick access to going to the casino. But when money started talking, all of a sudden it's like, oh yes, it'll be great for the league to move a team out to Vegas. So it's like already stepping back on what y'all said. Y'all said there would never be a team in Vegas because of that element. But now, when the money started lining up, all of a sudden it's like, well, you know what? F it.
Vegas got teams.
We're gonna we're gonna let them host a Super Bowl. We're gonna let them host a draft. We're gonna let them do all because it's dollars at the end of the day. So again, if y'all are compromise y'all so-called values, the players are gonna do it. The players are gonna do what they want to do. Because again, think about this, and again, I'm not trying to stereotype anybody, but it reminds me of like the story that Clint Porter said about, with Mike Vick and the whole dog situation. And Clint Porter said, hey, look, I'm from a small town, where I was, born there. Well, dudes fought dogs all the time. He didn't think nothing about it.
Right.
So it reminds me again of another story where those two NFL players down in Florida shooting dice and end up robbing the dice game, but y'all riding around in $100,000 and $200,000 cars, but y'all robbing a dice game because y'all done lost some money.
You know what a perfect example is of what you're talking about? Like the NFL having contracts with these betting places and whatever. That's like a truck driver going to a truck stop, and all the truck stops all across America sell beer, but truck drivers can't drink.
Exactly. If you get caught with an open, the container don't even have to be open. If you get alcohol in the vehicle,
yes,
they're taking your license. But like you got beer at the truck stop.
At the truck stop. At every major truck stop in America, they got beer, but you cannot drink beer. They tell you to eat healthy, but all they serve is junk food. They don't serve sushi at truck stops.
They got the cold, we got the cold deli over here, but F all that. Give me one.
Right.
Give me one line. It's already
They ain't got no salad bars, you know what I'm saying? But they and if they do got a salad bar, they got a salad bar right here, but then right next to it, you got these hot slices of pizza that just came out, cheese all melting, pepperoni looking crispy. You know what I'm saying? Like they it's just crazy, you know.
like
Yeah.
it. I tell
Yeah,
my
I feel you. I feel you, bro. I feel that 100%. 100%. They should like
I tell my
they
wife. Yeah, I tell my wife this all the time. I'm gonna cut you off. I say truck stop got the best deals on junk food. You can go in a truck stop right now and get 4 king size Snickers for $5.
easy, easy.
But
A dollar 50 a piece. Yeah, you right.
but if I
You
want
right.
if I want to go get some
Even on cigarettes, even truck stops got some of the best deals on cigarettes, but they want people to quit smoking and stuff like that, like beer, all that. Yeah, you right.
but you gonna get 4 apples for $5.
Nah,
I
hell no.
can go get 2 liter, well 1 liter, not 2 liter. I can go get 2 1 liter Mountain Dews, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, whatever, $5.
Mm-hmm.
1 liter of water is $4.50,
Right,
but water better.
right, right. You
Yeah.
right, bro. You right. That's how it go. That's how they do it. And that's that point that you made just killed it. Like, how y'all gonna tell the players we can't gamble, but y'all got deals with them? Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but ain't Thursday night football brought to you by like Amazon Prime and FanDuel?
And and you know the funny thing about it, and I read this or I may have heard it. They was like they had to go to the NFL and say, "Hey, look, y'all have to. We know y'all got the deal, but y'all
Mm-hmm.
cut back on some of this advertisement because what y'all are doing, y'all are promoting gambling addiction."
They are. They are. They are. They
So,
are.
so yeah, more players are gonna get caught. But I think
Mm-hmm.
what's gonna happen is probably they're gonna start looking into the extent of what you were gambling on.
Mm.
Like, oh well, he was gambling on himself. Okay, well we'll let that slide.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna come. It's gonna come to that. They're not gonna be. They're gonna be reactive more so than proactive because it's like
Mm-hmm.
how much money they're making from FanDuel running ads and stuff like that, and how
Right.
much FanDuel is getting because you get a discount. Type in
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City Chiefs, get a 5% discount, or we'll give you a 200. So it
Right.
is.
I get it. I get it, bro. I get it. And I get I get where you coming from on that. I totally understand it. I get it. They gotta they have to open the door up for it. Like they can't say they have to you like you said, I agree. I agree with that. For them to try to open the door up on what are they betting on? Are they betting on horses? Or are they betting on MMA? Boxing, stuff like that. That I agree with,
Yeah.
and see, I agree with that. I do. I agree with that. Oh man, a hell of a show, man. I appreciate your time, man. I do, bro. I really appreciate time. I like kicking it, bro. We gotta bring it every week. Like I said, man. I had a great time tonight, expressing myself. Calm down, learned some things
Yeah,
today, and
you gotta calm down, bro. You letting them folks get you out of the character. Man. You gotta do like me. You just gotta call them out on Twitter.
uh-huh.
Then you get on your show. You just no, I can't. No, I can't lie. I be hypocrite because I be like that ass so too. But no, but like, nah, I don't want to say nothing. I ain't want to say nothing about it. I ain't want to say nothing about it today because it gets draining, man.
It does. It does, man. It
Because
does. It
because
does.
it's like because I'm sure the same thing going on out there. It's like you're going against individuals that are being paid to propagate this foolishness.
Right.
Um,
Right.
this is the only thing I say, right? Because I don't know if I don't know if I'm doing a round table this week or whatever. I might do one next week. I don't know.
Okay.
But Josh Pate showed up in Miami, right? He came to Miami last year, right?
Right.
Thing about Josh Pate, and again, I have no disrespect for Josh Pate or anything like that. He's doing his thing. But the
Right.
thing about it was like Josh Pate came out and said, "Oh well, Miami, this is the best quarterback situation they've had in years." So I'm like, Josh Pate, we literally got you in 4K just last year, catching passes from Tyler Van Dyke. So to me, if you would have said that Miami looks to maybe have an upgrade at the quarterback position over Tyler Van Dyke and Cam Ward, I can respect that. But if
Okay.
you say that this is the best quarterback situation we've had in years, then it just means that, okay, well, what the hell did you come over here and catch passes with Tyler Van Dyke for last year?
Right.
He was good.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
so, and another thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but again, was like when first year here, when Josh Gaddis, offensive coordinator here, things weren't working right. Josh Pate says, "Oh well, yeah, I had some coaches that sent me some emails that told me this about Josh Gaddis." But it's like, okay, but you propagated this BS. But then all of a sudden, when it started hitting the fan, now you want to be chatty patty all about it. And it's like I know y'all got a job to do at the end of the day, and y'all will get more people to listen to y'all because more people like to follow than to kind of step out.
Right.
But like I said, that's all I have to say about that. It's again, that seems to be the same thing going on in Colorado. But let me get over to a Mario fanboy, and I have the answers to your question when you said about the Louis luggage. Well, Miami heard my Mario Cristobal fan logic would be Dion only had a month to recruit those players out of the portal. So really they don't really count.
Mm-hmm.
Because he only had a month to recruit them. That was a transition portal class. It really doesn't count. So class that he brings in this year and moving forward, those are the ones that count because the first one that don't really count because he didn't have enough time to really evaluate these players. You know what I mean? You know.
Who?
Chubb, think about how stupid this sounds.
It does. It makes no sense. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that like what?
Exactly. That's how stupid it sounds, right? It makes no sense whatsoever. But again, people are getting wire deposits to say that. So,
right. I feel you. I feel you on that.
It's like what Rick Ross said. It's like Rick Ross said, when you go to war, you gotta have money. I don't have enough money to compete with y'all that being paid by the collectives.
Right.
I don't got enough money to compete with y'all.
Right. Right. I don't. But that you know what though? But that's still it's it still doesn't mean that we cannot call out that BS when we see that BS. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna call it out. But again, the thing about it, if you bark too loud, sometimes people start to try to crush you. You know what I'm saying? When they got the money, they may say, "Oh well, they flag your channel. Somebody did all this." So they get those type of games.
Mm-hmm. I feel you.
But
I feel you because they hit me with that a couple times, bro. It's happened already. I don't know who in particular has done that to me already, but it has happened to me because I've seen it, and that's a fact. But you know what? The truth, man. The truth is the truth, man. I can't be a liar. I can't stand a liar. Whatever. If I'm standing in your face right now, brother, and my breath is hama, I want you to tell me, bro, because I'm gonna tell you, bro. I'm gonna be like, bro, hey, bro, yeah, you ain't right, bro. Your Joan ain't right, and I expect that from me. So I've always, and that's always what got me in trouble, and I gotta learn to tune that down. But then I feel like I'm afraid to be who I am, and that's part of the reason why I started this channel is to give a voice to that, like, because no matter what, the truth is gonna come out regardless. You could flag me now, but later on, it's gonna come out, and people gonna remember who said what, when, and where, and it's always gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying? Always gonna be like that, and I think that prevails more. But yeah, but I'm definitely hearing you on that. I'm definitely hearing on you that because that is part of the reason why they did that. He said we had a QB away last year, but we going all the way this year. Find a wide receiver 1, R back 1, and quarterback 1 to find a quarter. Okay, and that's what QB said about that. I look, I get it, bro. I do. I understand, bro. And that's why you say, oh, You too I don't know what too negative is. I don't know what too opinionated is. I don't know, like that's what everyone is out here. That's why I stopped using the word opinion and stop saying IMO, and I'm using hypothesis from now on, because we really do research and we look at things before we actually come out here and say them, whether people believe that or not. Just don't come out here just spewing my opinions. We looking up stuff, reading things, researching things, and then after we gather all this information, then we put our opinions. In that case, it is called, just as what I'm saying, a hypothesis. And that's why I'm using that from now on. I'm not using nothing else but hypothesis. My hypothesis for today, or my hypothesis on this situation, is this. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is. Because people always want to say facts. You don't have facts. You don't have facts. You don't know nothing unless you're actually there in that locker room, or there on that court, there in that ring, or whatever. Then you don't have a fact. Unless you have that particular person doing the interview. All right. So, but yeah, man, I enjoyed the show, man. But definitely, bro, appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Always coming through with it. We got number 10 in today, number 11 going on next week. And then I think I'm gonna be taking a little vacay. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but whatever. But we'll be here, man. Y'all know what time it is. I love y'all supporting us up out here. Y'all keep on supporting us. Make sure that y'all sharing the show, man. Get us all out around, you know, show mad love to us. You know, follow Shad on his channel, my channel, all that, man. Fans Point of View. It's definitely hot. Definitely hot. Come up in here and kick it with us sometimes, y'all. Y'all always put the link to the chat down there. All right. Peace out.
Want to see Truck and Chubby live and co-host Shad? Tune in at Fans Point of View, Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3:30 p.m. Pacific Time. But in the meantime, in between time, enjoy the content. Don't forget to hit your notification bell for all updates. Thank you for watching.